Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching the Arkansas Gun Guy. Well, this is going to be an unboxing of the Mark 23 from H&K. I went ahead and took all the H&K fans' advice and tried out the buy once, cry once theory. So we'll see how that works out. This will just be an unboxing, kind of close-up look, walk around. I will in no way try to explain the history, very complicated, very impressive history of this gun. I may try to highlight a few things, but in general, I want to, take a moment as angels sing. Voila! I want to just kind of take a close-up look at this. In the description below, I'll post a link to the 1911 Syndicate's video on this firearm. It has James Williamson, the H&K expert, as well as the Navy SEAL who torture tested these guns, fired tens of thousands of rounds through them in all conditions. So great insights from them. So I'll post that in the description. This is just a close-up of me looking at this amazingly huge gun I just bought. So I'll set this aside for just a second and look at what comes in the box. As you would expect from H&K, it's pretty much just a box. You do get two 12-round mags. These are all German made, as well as a pair of the standard fare of the federally mandated lock. You've got H&K's lock thing here, as well as extra O-rings. Those should be replaced around every 20,000 rounds from what I've read. Get your H&K sticker. And I didn't jot down specs, but I know they're here. Here they are. This is just a big honking gun. Chambered in 45 ACP, of course, but it's 9.6 inches long, total length. And the barrel is just under 6 inches at 5.9 inches long. Sight radius is 7.8 inches long, so good long sight radius. And it weighs just under 3 pounds empty. So big gun for sure. Let's put this aside. Whether you buy a VP9 from H&K or the Mark 23, you get, no knock on the VP9 by the way, you get the same box. So nothing fancy there. Let me go ahead and put the gun over here. I'll take this band off too. It's the first H&K I've had with a band. And if you're curious about those, they're pretty small. Couldn't wear them as a wristband or anything, but throw that in the box. And now let's just take a walk around this beautiful gun. I mean, first of all, it's enormous. It is enormous, but when you put it in your hand, it feels very balanced. I'm curious how a can's gonna work on here, but it looks super long and it looks like a super short grip, but it works just fine. I can get a full grip on here with size large hands, and it's very well balanced. My first impression is holding it. But we'll start up here at the front and just take a look at it. These have all been safety checked, by the way. So there's a look at the cap. I'll take this off. We'll take a look at the barrel. Again, this will just be a walk around for me. There's tons of videos out there about the history of these things and lots of people trying to torture them. But there's a close-up look at the barrel. And this is a reversed thread pitch, different than the USP or other H&Ks, I believe. So another thing I just happen to notice is I love how they've naturally kind of risen these sights so there'll be suppressor height already. It's just a very nice detail here. Let me get my pointer where this kind of raises up. I'll try to get a good angle of it. How that just naturally raises there to give a little more elevation. And if you go down the slide, and the finish on this, I love this finish. Looks like a spaceship scene in Star Wars. This thing goes on and on and on and on. You get the back sights, which are adjustable as well. And they also are on a little riser. So again, so you get a suppressor on there. And I know those are just 3 dots, but man, that's a good 3-dot sight picture setup. Nice long sight radius. It's like shooting a little rifle almost. So very cool. There's no front serrations on here, just H&K's and name. Back of the takedown lever. Or H&K fanfare. The stippling on the grip, by the way, is just perfect. Not Goldilocks, not too rough, not too soft. And again, nice texturing under here. You've got just nice texture here if you want to hook your finger on there. And they also have, you can screw in different attachments to go to this rail. H&K was the one to invent these rails, and this isn't a standard 1913 pick rail. People often say they should update it and put a 13 pick rail on there. I don't think they should. I think they should leave it just as it is originally. I think it's very cool, and they do make attachments for it, and it's plenty of room on there. So again, very cool. Also, it has H&K's paddle releases, which I think are awesome. Left or right-handed, you can index it. And by the way, let me cock the hammer back. Look how big that trigger guard is. Oh my God, you can get your fist in there. That is and so I know it's designed for gloves, but holy cow, I can get, 3 or 4 fingers in there easily. So very cool. Again, ambi safety. If I flip it up, trigger's dead, white's safe. On this side, you have a separate safety and decocker. But again, safe there. Now you're ready to fire. You can pull the trigger and fire, or you can decock it. Now they have a separate decocker here, supposedly for quiet decocking, but if you don't do it right, it's not very quiet. First, I'll just drop it like I normally would. That's actually more loud than a normal decocker, right? Super loud. But if you take it, and this is very close in, by the way, very tight to the body. If you take this and hold it in and hold it down, not as loud. So if you want to be super stealthy operator, then that's how you do it. Again, just looking at the stippling on the front there. Turn around toward the light. Nice stippling there and on the back. It will not leave your hand for sure. And again, it's got such a good, nice sized grip. There's plenty of room there for your support hand. So it's just a massive gun. Holy cow. We'll take a look at the trigger in just a second. Back of the gun with the hammer, in case you're curious. Just a very well-made gun. I know some of the things I got. I won't do the whole history, but I know it was tested in mud, ice, snow, sand, temperatures from negative 20 degrees to positive 140 degrees. So fire, ice, hot, cold. I think it's fired over 30,000 rounds without failure. There's a hammer spring back there. So it's gone through tons and tons of torture tests. Again, watch the video I'll link to because it is really cool. The gun was basically designed to replace the 1911. They wanted a gun that was accurate like a 1911, but durable like, say, a Glock or something even more durable than that. That could be just out of the shelf, ready to go, parts almost interchangeable, and just super accurate. So, and one of the things was a match grade trigger. So let me decock this again. It has a very heavy trigger for double action, single action. The double action pull is, good Lord, it's rated, I read in the book, over 12 pounds. So it feels it. It's wicked smooth, but man, it is definitely heavy. You're not going to shoot someone by accident. Again, it's massive, oversized trigger guard. But once you put this thing in single action, I'm not a big fan of H&K's triggers, so I was hesitant when they said this is a match grade trigger because match grade, there's not an exact definition of that, but I was definitely hesitant because H&K makes military weapons, not match grade weapons. But here's the single action pull. Small bit of take up. Ooh, a little bit of creep. And goes bang. Let's look at that one more time. So, a little bit of take up. Ooh, actually no creep that time. Let's try this again. So, take up. I'm at the wall actually. I don't know what happened the first time there. So, a little take up. Okay, very good. Let's look at the reset. So the reset here. Oh yeah, very nice reset. Small bit of mush, very small bit of mush, and you're at the wall again. Let's try that one more time. There it is, very audible and tactile. So short reset, just a tad bit take up and a break. So that is an excellent trigger for me, as I'm not usually very good with H&K's triggers because they're designed, they're not very forgiving. Once you practice with them, they're great, but that is a fantastic trigger. So let me take this apart real quick and look inside of it, in case you're curious what's in there. Take the cap off, cock the hammer. So in case you don't know about H&Ks, you'll have to, there's a notch right here. If I can get on camera, small notch right there. I'm gonna get that small notch over this little circle here and then push this through. And on my USPs and my P30s, I sometimes have to use a punch to get out. Let's see if I can do it with my finger. So I'll reach under here. Oh, wow. For a brand new gun, I can't believe I could get that out like that. Wow. And good Lord, look how wide this is. Wow, that's a very serious slide, stop, and takedown lever. Now this should just slide off, I believe. And it does. Take a look in here at all the beefiness and overbuilt Germanness that's inside of here. Let's try to do the best close-up I can for you if I get the right light angles in there. Like a redundant cable of some kind. So let's look at the inserts it rides on. Very nice machining, very nice inside. And let's look at this. Oh my Lord, look at the recoil reduction system or the recoil spring. Holy cow, that's beefy. Let's take a look at that. Oh, wow. That is a chunk. A double spring system there, designed to handle plus P ammo, like tens of thousands of rounds. So I'm sure I'll never even get this thing near what it can really do. And let's pop the barrel out. Again, sure by the specs on the barrel, I'm sure this is some type of H&K cannon grade barrel. Get that rubber thing cut on there. Hang on, off camera for just a second. There you go. Here's the barrel, start to front. There's the O-ring I mentioned. Again, after every 20,000 rounds, needs to be replaced. You've got several in there. So this is how it came lubed from the factory. I've not done anything with it yet. I may do some extra lube up here on top. I've read that that's the first place it wears there and inside the slide. Look at that polished feed ramp. Just a, man, what a hunk of steel. I want to see the rifling in there. And then inside the slide, I'm sure this will be perfect craftsmanship as well. I look at that. There's some grease. Got that, very cool. I'll get this thing degreased and ready for the range and try to get some videos up soon. I hear this is the other big wear spot on these pretty early, which is fine. I'm gonna buy this gun to shoot it to see if I can have the same enjoyment that all the other owners have with this firearm. So that is just a quick first look inside and outside of H&K's Mark 23, the biggest giant gun I own now, and I can't wait to do more follow-up videos. Love to hear from other H&K Mark 23 fans. What do you have? How do you like it? What have you loved the most about it? Anything you're worried about? Anything you didn't love? Let me know. Sound off in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching the Arkansas Gun Guy. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. It helped me grow my little channel. Thanks.